Alright folks, how's it going? The name's Daffy and welcome back to another episode of Final Fantasy 1 for the NES. Right, so from the last episode, quite a bit of a development now. Let me show you. So I did all the grinding I did from the last episode, so I might as well go over... Sorry about this, no stitch it. I'll go over what new stuff we've got. So first of all, bloody menu thing popping up. There we go. Right, so going to magic first, we're going to go to Veil. So we've got Fire, Ice and Lightning for the level 1 charges. We have Ice, Invisible and Slow for the level 2. And for the level 3 we have Fire 2, Lightning 2 and Cure 2. Invisible and Slow I've got from Petrovka, they're 400 gold apiece. And Fire 2, Lightning 2 and Cure 2 is from Niflheim, which is 1500 apiece. So Veil is going to be a bit of a... You know, he's a jack of all trades, but, you know, we'll throw some elemental damage, but at the same time we'll have some support magic from him as well. And for Loon, I've got the Invisible spell as well. So, Invisible increases your evade by 80%, or by 80, sorry. And you can only cast it one person a turn, but with Veil having it as well... Actually, did I get the Veil? Nope. Oh yeah, I did. By having it on Veil as well, it means we can get 2 casts over 2 turns. So that will be really good against boss fights and against high attack output enemies. We got the slow spell, which reduces enemies' agility to 1. Is important because I'll explain it with Defi in a second. But that's a really good ability to use because it targets all enemies in the field, which is pretty nice. Fire 2 and Lightning 2 does the same as well. So I learned this... Actually, I learned a few things, actually, and I'll tell you about them in a second. The spells, the level 1, level 2, level 3 damage spells, they have a fixed damage range. So for Fire, for example, it's between something like 10 damage and 25, and that's single target, where Fire 2 is between 60 and 100. 60, not 16, 60. And 100 and targets every single enemy. That's a big difference. So was there any point in getting Fire and Lightning? Even Ice for that matter. It's kind of crazy. And yeah. Also going back to Loon as well, sorry, I'm kind of all over the place, I'm not really with it today. We got Invisible. We also have Cure 2, which is a 60 to 80 HP restoration, where Cure was about 20 to 30, something like that. Heal is about 12, 13, but it targets all your party members, where Cure is only 1. And we have Anti-Fire, which is like Anti-Lightning bot with fire resistance, which is pretty cool. So that is the magic that I bought. Just a reminder, you can get Visible and Slow from Petrovka, the rest you get from Niflheim. I was tempted to grind for a couple of level 4 spells, however though, it kind of isn't needed at this point, seeing how Loon is the only one out of the 2 magic users that has a level 4 charge. I actually don't know if red mages can get a level 4 charge now that I'm thinking about it. I think it might just be 1 to 3. But don't quote me on that, I'm not too sure, because I learned something new. Now, there was 0 point in me picking a thief, and let me tell you something why. Apparently, the whole magic key thing and unlocking doors, being consumable items and all that, I got it confused with Final Fantasy 3, not Final Fantasy 6 as we know it now, or what's called Final Fantasy 3 in the US, but yeah, Japanese Final Fantasy 3. You could do that, but in this, you don't. So, was there any point in picking a thief? Well, there's another reason why I picked a thief as well, and that's for later on in the game. I don't want to spoil anything. So, in terms of performance, it wouldn't be better, again, a black belt or a monk or whatever you want to call him. So we made the choices. We're 5 parts deep now, so we might as well carry on what we're doing. In terms of the weapons, I've got 3 sabers for Defi, Veil and Pseudo. That's the best equipment I can get at the time, which isn't too bad. For armor, we have the Iron Shield for Defi. We have, well, the Wooden Helm, we've had it for a while. We also have the Iron armor as well. The Veil, he can't equip the iron armor, so the chainmail is the next best thing for him. I got my cap for a little bit of extra defense. Pseudo can't equip any of the latest equipment, which is a bit but hopefully with his high evasion, it should be pretty good. Cap as well, and Valoon got the copper bracelet as well, so that increases the defense points by 3 from the cloth, and we have the cap as well. So that's about it, but I'm in Petrovka right now because there's one thing I wanted to demonstrate, and I never did it in the last episode and mentioned it, and that was the Power Peninsula. Now, the Power Peninsula is a piece of land just north of Petrovka, where a few tiles is bugged. Instead of having enemies from that generic or general area of that level, instead they accidentally put a few high level enemies in that place. So it's very easy to overlevel if you wanted to. Now, I didn't do this during my grind session. The only reason why is because I didn't think my party could hold up to that high level enemies at the minute. So I'm just going to make a quick save state actually. Make it now. There we go. And then we'll go try it out. So if it's any good, we can take advantage of it. And if we can't, then we can't. Now, I believe it's to the north here. So we're going to have to go through a few enemies, but yeah, so... But now that we're level 9, we can actually do these pretty well, so... Let's, right, so you can't go right. Okay, so yeah, I can show off a few spells here and there now, so that's pretty cool at least. Also, another thing I learned as well, the drink command, I thought it was for that person who's about to use the command, but apparently you can actually use it on anyone. Oh, also, I bought some items as well, I'll go over that in a second as well, just because it's preparation for the Marsh Cave more than anything. So, yeah, so we'll just do that, and that should be a one-shot. So, I hope everyone's doing well today. I will be honest with you, not the best day today, so I'm kind of out of it, but I won't let that spoil the commentary. So, yeah, so we'll have a look at the Power Peninsula, and then what I'll do is I'll make a cut in the video to Niflheim, and then we can go to the Marsh Cave, and then we can start our descent. But as you can see, the damage is unbelievable. Yeah, the fact is that we're killing these enemies in one go now. They did say that the best party is actually 2 black mages, a red mage, and a fighter, or white mage or whatever, but still though, I mean, that damage is amazing. The fact is that it's all enemies as well instead of a group. Wow. However though, it is balanced because you only have a certain number of charges, so you have to be careful with them. Of course, that will go up as you start getting levels, but for the most part, it's pretty cool. Right, so if I look at the map, I think it's just north of here, right? Should be. Yeah. I think it's just north of here, I think. It said North Petrovka. Is it? I don't think so. No, I don't think it is. It said North of Petrovka, so do you need a ship? You need a ship? Can you even access it now? I actually don't even know if you can access it now, actually, now I think about it. We'll do another fire 2. So let's just speed through this. I'm only attacking for the experience and the extra gold, to be honest with you. So yeah, as you can see, magic is extremely good. Oh yeah, if you notice Defi's attack then, it said 2 hits. Now that's what I wanted to talk about. If a certain stat gets to a certain level, you start doing 2 attacks and then 3. Which is really, really good. So basically he's doing 2 hits of 30 damage, but together it's 60. And that's really important because you're technically dealing more overall damage. Now, if I can look up stats in a second, I'll show you. I believe it's, I don't know if it's either strength or agility, I can't remember, I'm sure it's agility I think. Yeah, so basically he can attack twice. I assumed Pseudo could attack twice by now, but he's not, he's only attacking once, so I don't know what the formula is. Let me have a look at this, let me have a look at this map, I'm sure it's somewhere near there. It said Nord Petrovka. So, I don't know. I'll probably just put something in one of the corners with the exact location or something. I'm not entirely too sure, but I don't think I've got access to it. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to cut to Niflheim, and I will see you in a second. Alright, okay, so we're back in Niflheim. So, another thing I wanted to go over was the items. So, I have, one sec, sorry. So, I have 5 tents, 38 or 30-ish heal potions, and at least 10-ish pure potions. We're at the course of the game now where we should be using these heal potions to heal outside battle. Because the next sort of fights we're going to go into are a lot harder than what we're used to at the minute. And the way the dungeons are now laid out, we kind of need to be careful with our magic charges. So having at least 30-ish heal potions to heal outside of combat is recommended. Also, there's going to be a lot of poison as well, and poison is the fucking bane. Because if you're poisoned, every step you take will subtract X amount of HP. And even if you go to an inn, it's still in effect. You can't go to a clinic to cure it up either because they only resurrect. And the only way of removing it is either to use the pure spell, which is a level 4 white magic, or to use pure potions. So having a good few of them on hand is pretty good. Right, okay, so we are not going to mess around now. We're going to go to the Marsh Cave now. So, the Marsh Cave, I believe, if I just need to remember, is actually... yeah, it's to the west, southwest, I think it is, so let's get going. Alright, maybe we can run into some new enemies or so. So, yeah, let's just go all in against the ogre first. So, the Marsh Cave. So, the Marsh Cave is separated by 3 different floors. Each floor will have its own treasure that we can use, and some pretty good treasure if I remember. Now, I remember there is a lot of difficult enemies in that area. So what we're going to be doing is, we're going to be doing 3 different trips. We're going to do a first floor trip, and we're going to scour around to see if we can find anything. And once we've cleared the entire first floor, we're going to go back out, and depending on the situation, we can either go back to Niflheim and heal up, or we'll use a tent. And now tents, they will recover X amount of HP and X amount of spell charges, but they'll let us save our game, and that's important. But I do have save states as well, so I'll be making an emergency save state. I don't want to save scum in terms of save states. I want to treat this like it's an official NES game, you know? And that's what I'm trying to do. But for the most part, I mean, you gotta do what you gotta do, eh? Alright, come on then. So, yeah, we're dealing pretty good damage, actually. So I've had a look at the equipment you could get in this game. Some of them look pretty good, actually, I'm not gonna lie. Some of them you can use magic spells and stuff. There's one particular item I'm looking out for. Okay, we got a werewolf there. Yeah, let's just go down the list, it'll be fine. So there's one particular item I'm looking for, and that is going to be Loon's main piece of equipment. It's the Zeus gauntlets, and that is a, I believe it's Thunder level 2. So Thunder level 2, about 60 HP to 100 on all enemies. That's not bad, but we won't be getting that for a long time. In fact, there's a few items in this game that can cast spells and stuff. Another one is the heal helmet as well, which isn't bad. It casts the level 3 heal spell, which to be honest isn't the best because it will probably only recover about 20 HP, but to do it for free, it's pretty good actually. It might give us a white mage a little bit of, let's see, we're poisoned, so we'll have to heal that up in a second. But it will give the white mage something to do, I guess, instead of just attacking. I mean, yeah, the extra damage is pretty good and all, but I wouldn't mind the damage coming from other places. Right, so we've got to use pure potion. Wanted the same for the cave, really, but it's, you do, eh? Right, so let's just quickly do it. Also, that's another thing as well. When your party member gets poisoned, they move to the back of the order, which is kind of weird, but I like it actually. Right, so pure potion, just use it quickly, and then we'll bring Daffy back to the front. Sweet. Right, I think we should be almost there now. I hope. I'm going the right way. Think so? Yeah, we have to go this way and then down. Yeah, I'm starting to remember now a little bit. Also, I'm not going to try and... Whoops, not right. Also, I'm going to try and save my magic charges as well, best I can. So I'm not going to spam level 3 or anything like that. If, in all honesty, one attack should be enough for this encounter. Right. It's always the last one, isn't it? Bloody hell. Do you know what? It feels weird playing this game back in normal speed again now, because it took me to do all that to get all the gold for the shopping list. It took... Oh, nice, we got a level up just before the cave. Awesome. So, it took me 2 hours, 2.5 hours, double speed to get all that gold. So, yeah. So you can kind of tell like how long it would take normally. Well, in all honesty, that's what it was back then. They didn't have any speed up or anything. Oh, gone the wrong way. You have to go up and around. Alright. So yeah, so that's what it was. More imps. And first strike as well. Missed, okay. So I'm hoping the extra levels actually, because we did double our levels. Hopefully we should be in a position where we can actually deal with these guys. But we'll see. I can't give you an exact recommended level. Basically, in terms of like JRPGs in general or RPGs, if you're stuck in an area, go back to the previous and just grind. That's it, and then come back and try again once you've got a few levels. Because sometimes a few levels make all the difference. In fact, there's a game series called I don't think it's top of my head. What's it called now? Bastard, what was it now? I can't remember what it's called, but there's a game series where when you face off against an enemy, it'll give you 5 different colours or something. It'll give you like red, orange, yellow, blue and green. And they're depending on what level you are at. So if you face off against an enemy and it's red, the actual combat effectiveness of that person against the enemy is really, really bad because they're like 2 or 3 levels higher than you. But the minute you gain a level, that red becomes orange and it's doable. And then if you gain another level, it's yellow, meaning you're the same level as that, and you can beat them. And then if you gain another level, it goes blue, meaning that you can defeat this guy easily. And if you gain another level, so you're 2 or 3 ahead of the enemy, it goes green and you can take him out. I can't remember what that's called. That's gonna bug me now, and I've got it in my head as well. Okay. We're getting there, we're getting there. Wish that's a miss. Nice. So yeah, so getting the extra equipment is actually helping out actually. But to be square with you, I don't oh, I did not mean for that pun. Just to be square with you, I can't see myself using a lot of magic in this playthrough. But maybe once we start getting some levels and we get more of the important charges. If Veil had a level 4 magic charge, I would actually grind it to get the fast spell, which is a 4,000 gold black magic spell from Niflheim. And what it does is it... Ah, there it is. That's the Marsh Cave. Right, okay, so what I'm going to do is... Alright, first of all, I'm going to drop a save. So yeah, it's a level 4 black magic spell that increases your attack rate. So instead of upping your damage, it gives... So instead of making one attack, it lets you do 2 attacks or 3 or something like that. Right, so... Let me see here. Do I need to heal? No, we should be alright. Alright, let's go into the Marsh Cave. Now, it should be... Yeah, this is the Marsh Cave now. Now, only problem is I'm not going to map this place, so we're going to have to scour every little part and we're just going to have to be careful. Monster strike first. Who are these guys? Shadows, alright. 1 damage, okay, not too bad. Missed. Okay, this should be useful. I was tempted to get Harm 2 Balloon, which is a level 3 white magic spell from Niflheim. And it's the undead version of the elemental spells. Apparently it does something along the lines of 40 to 80 damage, something like that. But for the most part, I didn't really want to, because here's the thing I neglected to say. Once you give a character a magic spell, unfortunately you cannot replace it or remove it, so you have to be careful of what spells you give who. And it's kind of crazy. So yeah, so you have to be really, really careful. But the cool thing is though, with the classes I've chose, later on we will get more flexibility in terms of spells, trust me. Right, if you excuse me, I will be back in a minute.
You were gonna try and flash me? Let's see how you like it!
Alright, I'm back. So let's carry on with this then, shall we? Right, so let's go up this way first. So I have had a quick glance at the map. So I don't know where I'm going, so I'm not lost. But we might be, but I'm just looking at the time. And I don't think I'll be able to do this in one go, I think. Because I want to keep these videos to around half an hour minimum. Well, not minimum, but average of half an hour, and I've already recorded about 20 minutes, so I'll just have a quick skim through the top floor, maybe the second, and we'll see, alright? And I'm just holding down the A button as usual, so that was a waste of attacks. That's what I was doing in my grinding. I was just literally just holding down the A button and just letting it auto-fire itself, really. When you got one enemy, I mean, it's not too bad to do. But when you got a lot, you know, you don't want to waste time, not to mention you can take unnecessary hits as well. But yeah, you can see Defin's damage output now. It's absolutely amazing with that second attack. Like I said, I don't know what the formula and I don't know what contributes to having another attack going for that character. I have no idea. But for the most part, yeah. Alright, so I know there's a staircase down here. Let's see what's down here. I don't know if this will lead us to the correct way, but we'll have a look. Let's strike first. Alright, so we have zombies. 13, yep. Okay, 1 damage. Paralyzed. If you just excuse me for a second. Let's see, fire 2. Now would be a time to do it. Yeah, whatever. Alright, sorry about that. I was just having a little cheeky smoke. Okay, I'm paranoid. Is my face cam back up there? Sorry. I'm telling you. Oh, God almighty. Right, so the stunned ailment, should we call it? Luckily, it's just temporary. It can either wear off during battle, and it'll definitely wear off after battle. So yeah, so there's the fire 2 coming in. These guys are weak to fire, so you can see the damage output now. I believe when an enemy is vulnerable to a certain element, the damage is increased by 40%, I think it is. It's either 40, 50, or 60. I know it's averaging of a double, near enough. But yeah, Fire Tube, I think that was worth a level 3 spell. I mean, to be honest, we're going to be coming in and out anyway, so it's fine. There we go. Right, let's see here. Monsters perished. 64, 136. Not bad. Right, let's go down the stairs and let's see what's down here first. Alright, so we got some rooms. Okay, let's quickly check this map if I can find it. Okay, so we're right, that's exactly where we want to be. We're on level 2. Right, so we get some stuff around here then. Right, I believe now there's a little mechanic in this game called monster tiles. Now, depending on what tiles there is in the game, there will always be a fixed encounter. Now, I'm not sure about this particular one, but some chests around this area will have fixed encounters. Apparently this one doesn't, but we have a large knife. Maybe this one? No? Okay, that's a bit clear. Right, large knife we don't need because we already bought one in the past and we know it's worse than the saber. Anyway, new enemy, gargoyle. Okay, let's see what these guys can do. We'll go to a piece and we'll see what we can do. Alright. High defense, say that. Ooh. Ooh. Yeah. 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 Now you know why I said that the Marsh Cave isn't a walk in the park. And that wasn't right. That was A, 4 hits. B, that was a crit. And C, that was on a character that has high defense. That would have easily one-hit KO'd Zudo and Loon. Maybe brought Veil down to critical, but fucking hell. Yeah, let's just get all in. I need to heal Loon up after this. Wiggle it. Beautiful. 11? Yeah, see. Not to be messed with these enemies. Right, I'm definitely got to heal up after that. 66. See, he's not worth the experience either. And that was 2 of them. Did you imagine what that was after? Right, because I'm going to be a bit more, not going to be as conservative with my magic spell charges, we're just going to use Cure 2. And I think as long as you're above 100 HP, it should be good, I think. Right, so we cleared that room, let's go to the next one then. Which is this one down here. Okay. Well, yeah, 600 gold, sweet. I believe this one down here as well, there is as well, but we got another counter. Right, okay, so let's attack. Actually, because there's 4 of them, I don't think we need to worry about the magic charges, so we'll just conserve until we need them. Yeah, because we can pretty much just one-hit kill most of them, I guess, so we'll soften up with others and we'll finish them off with others, I guess. Paralyzed. What else is new, huh? Yeah, I think we can kill these guys in 2. Oh, either 2 or 1. Vale's paralyzed as well, that's great. Okay, we can finish these guys off though. I think, maybe we'll see. So, in terms of the story, now, like I said, we weren't really given a... See, I don't know where you need... Where's the NPC that will tell you to come here? But you need to come here because in this dungeon is the crown. And it's the crown for the elf prince. That's the reason why we're here, is to get a crown. And I don't know where in the story it says... Oh, we've got a short sword, nice. So yeah, I don't know where it says in the story that, hey, you need to come here for the crown. I don't know. Now, my question is that everything for up here, I think? Let me have a look. Do you know what? Yes, it is. It is. Right, okay then. So that's everything for this area. I'm going to head back to the entrance now, and I'm going to call it there. Because next time we can finish off this dungeon. So, yeah. So this is another good example of having a mage to some degree. How many kills will Vale kill in this round with Fire 2? Let's find out. This is going to be epic if he gets his turn first. So, yeah. So the crown is needed for the Elf Prince. And that will trigger the next set of events, really. Let's have a look. Okay, so 1. It's powerful, man. This is really powerful. So yeah, so really, we get the crown, we take it back to the Elf Prince. Some stuff happens. That's where we get the Crystal Eye. Then we go back to Matoya's cave, we get the herb, and then we come back to the Elf Prince again. That's the next set of objectives to some degree. I do know that much. But between episodes, I will look where to find the NPC that tells you we need the crown from this place, and then I'll show that off. Because I'm telling you, it's one of these games where you need to talk to everyone. And I'm pretty sure Sugar, we did talk to everyone in Niflheim. But at the same time though, oh, that's a lot of gold, that's beautiful. I might have to go back to town and buy some more supplies, I think. We'll have to see, we'll see. Gargoyles. Actually, do you know what? Let's put this new invisible to the test, actually, because I want to try this out, actually. Because this is going to be my my boss strategy. Is to use invisible. That is if we don't kill him first. So easy to dodge. Increases evasion by 80%. It's pretty cool. So at least using it for your first 2 party members is pretty good. Because it just means overall that it's pretty cool. Now you saw that then, that 2 hits came through. Now here's the thing though, when an enemy or one of your party members do an attack, if they have multiple attacks, the game will roll a dice on each attack to see whether it's hit or not. So in this case, let's say it's a 20% chance to hit. The first attack comes in, rolls a dice, okay, it's 19%, that's a hit. Then the second one comes in, that's, I don't know, let's say 84, that's a miss. That misses. The third one hits, the fourth one misses, and then it's the 2 attacks, you know? And 2 attacks out of 4. So, you know, it's pretty useful. But if you put slow on them, that reduces all the attacks down to 1, so they're only targeted once. So that's actually not a really bad. It's not bad at all, actually. It's a really good strategy to use, I think. It really does limit your damage. So that's why I got slow for Vale as well, and I believe slow is for all enemies. Now, I believe it's a percentage chance whether it will land or not. So that's another thing to watch out for as well. Okay, so we'll get back to the thing, and then I'll drop a tent, save, and then we'll call it there, I think. I already said that, really, but you know. Alright. I mean, I could have ended it right there and then. Or just went back to the entrance and ended it, but at least it'll give you some extra action, right? Right, okay, so there's the darkness spell, right? So, Death is darkness, right? So, he's blinded. Now, technically, that should cut all accuracy in half, but I believe it's bugged in this game. So, there's no need to worry, really. Or as I'm aware. So, let's see if he hits. This will be interesting if he hits or not. I'm sure it's bugged. Unless this ROM I'm using has been tampered with and made it to work. But this should be a hit, guaranteed hit. And there's a hit. Yeah. Both of them as well. Even that got extremely lucky, really. Nope. So, yeah. It's a stupid play thing. This is why I say to play the Dawn of Souls version, because if you want to be strategic like that and actually use stats elements to their full effect, at least they're working in that version. In this version, they're not, so, you know. It's what can you do? Right, we're almost there. Almost there. Alright, so that's only half the loot. No, I didn't want to do that. Up, down, there we go. Oh, really? Vale, if you would please. Let me do that. Give you one last fight before we end, huh? Sake. Right, so as I was saying, that was only half the loot. There's some more treasures on the bottom floor, including the crown. So that's kind of cool. And, I mean, I'll read you some of the stuff we can get in the next 4 in a second once we've played this first fight up. I mean, you should be able to kill them all in this round anyway. Yeah, just speed it up. Animations can go really slowly. Oh, one survived. Interesting. Alright, let's finish it off now. Yeah, we're good. Thank you. Can I call it a day? Thank you. Fucking thing. No level ups. Ah, cool. Pseudo got a level. Strength, agility. Okay. Intellect, vitality, luck. All of them. Sweet. Okay, cool. Right, so in terms of the treasure list, we have the 680 gold, large dagger, short sword, 620, and on the bottom floor we're going to get iron armor, 294 gold, copper bracelet, house, the crown, 385 gold, silver bracelet, and a silver dagger, which would be really useful for Zudo actually, and 1000 gold. So that's about it. Before we end, I want to see the short sword, see if it's any better for Defi actually. That would be nice. Let's have a look. Let's go stats. 27 damage. Whip. This is what we could have bought from Petrovka, by the way. So 27... 29, it's actually better. Huh, what do you expect? Right, well, I mean, I don't see why not. Let's just throw it here anyway. Ah, no, it's okay, let's keep it here. Right, well, let's say the extra 2 points of damage. So we'll use a tent. And it's restored a little bit of HP. Okay, no worries then. It's restored some... Did it restore some magic? It didn't. Ah, that must have been cabins. Right, so it's cabins, not tents. However though, we do have a level 4 spell charge for Vale now. And we have 4,000 gold. So that's what I'm going to do. I'm going to go back to Niflheim and I'm going to purchase that Bass spell for Vale. Because that is one of the spells that I would love to get in this game. And because we got a spell charge at last, that's pretty cool. I'll also do a full heal while we're there as well with the inn. So yeah, so that's going to be it. So, yep, so next time what's going to happen is... I'll do all that off screen and I'll meet you on the second level of the Marsh Cave. No, I'll just see you in the entrance of the Marsh Cave in the next episode or whatever. I think that's where I'll start the next episode. But anyway, sorry for waffling on. Anyway, so that's going to be it for today's video. Thank you very much for watching. Make sure you leave a like if you enjoyed it. Subscribe if you haven't already. Links to Twitter and Discord in the description as usual. Apart from that, you enjoy the rest of your day and hope to see you next time. See you next time? I hope to see you soon. Take care.